Hello everyone, my name is Luna and today I am going to share with you guys how book has changed my life. Like widen my knowledge, strengthen my brain, develop self-love and sleep, and also improve my writing skills and enhance my imagination. But before that, I would like to share with you the facts about reading. So the first one, reading improves comprehension, where you can learn important thinking skills that many future jobs need. If your ambition is to be a lawyer, judge, or a doctor, reading is important. Second, readers help us admire others, where research actually shown that by reading realities and fictional storylines, you can actually learn new emotions and feelings. And the last one, reading enlarges the vocabulary can help you speak like a genius. Because people say that the more you give, the more you receive. But the more you read, the more words you will come across. Ever since we were little, we are going to school and we have been provided with tons of textbooks. There, we learn about geography, about the world, about the sea, and then we also learn about the artists like the Vincent van Gogh. And not to forget the science and physics where gravity is exists. Personally, for me, book can help me widen my knowledge. It does help me to know about history and famous people and then help me in enhancing my cooking skills. Furthermore, it is also going to answer any questions I ever had in mind. Also, whenever we want to travel to go explore the world, there will be something that stops us such as pandemic or perhaps because we have no money. By reading book, it helped me to know about history and famous people without having to travel back to the time, just like these books. With history and biography book, I can go through the memory lane to exploring the time beats to beats. Based on the recent survey, people still love history book. 64.1% from the survey say that they are still interested in reading history book because it gives a whole new perspective to them. Meanwhile, the rest 35.9% say that history book is boring because in advance of the era. Who love to cook? I love it too. Sometimes by reading cooking book, I've got to learn cooking skills very well because they will provide us with detailed explanation from A to Z. Cooking books are so important, just like how important the recipes book from Augustus. Anyone can cook for Remy, that's how important the book for me too. This is my invariable advice to people. Learn how to cook, try new recipes, learn from your mistake, be fearless, and above all, have fun. This is a quote from famous Miss Julia Child. Have you watched Julie and Julia? This movie is based on true event where it dedicated to Julia Child and her fan named Julie, which took Julia Child re-own cookbook and make challenges to herself to do all the recipe inside the cookbook. Later wrote a daily blog narrating her attempt to try new recipes from the cookbook. This is a great example on how a cookbook can be impactful to someone, as Julie's life changed 360 degrees after she succeeded her mission. She becomes skillful as she never thought because during her attempts, she had failed many times and near to give up. See, this is why we need to read book as it can help us to unleash our hidden skills, especially on cooking. Moving on next, book is a lifetime for almost every questions in this world. Whenever I start with my maths problem, equation, or whatsoever, I will find help from book. And nowadays, books are even available as ebook, where it really helped me for my assignment where I have to find fact. Even though for me, book helped me to settle down my assignment, but there are some people out there who shifting to search engine. 51.6% from the recent survey said that these people choose search engines like Google rather than book. But the fact that book contain more factual data and information cannot be denied. Why? Because even you search for something on the internet, the answer sometimes from the book. Thus, that is why book is still my choice whenever I want to seek something, because I know book have the best information I could die for. Next, reading strengthens the brain. Whether you are reading a newspaper, a book, magazines, you can benefit a lot from reading. While reading, it can help you to remember various of things, for example, name, age, and others. Moreover, it can also help to remember a person's character. Oh, and did you know, guys, the most complex organ and command center of the whole body, the small internal 3-pound biological structure, is responsible for so many important functions. It is important for us to take care of our brain. According to scientists, one of the best ways you can exercise your brain is reading, and the reason why is because it is all connected to memory. Based on our survey, majority of the respondents believes that reading is a form of exercise, where 96.9% answered yes and 3.1% answered no. And also, research from our study shows that 84.4% of people learn facts through reading compared to the other 15.6% who learns from listening. Scientifically, new synapses are being created and old ones are strengthening. Also, it improves short-term and long-term memories. Based on the study we have conducted, majority of people knew that reading can produce new synapses while developing old ones, with 56.3% answered yes and 43.8% answered no. Next, I will talk about how reading changed my life in terms of mental health. Do you know that you can develop self-love and sleep by reading? There are tons of great self-love books that offer a helpful and advices on how to build a positive relationship with yourself and your body. These are some of the self-love books that I have read and is very popular among readers. Unfiltered How to Be as Happy as You Look on Social Media by Jessica Albo, Beautiful You, A Daily Guide to Radical Self-Acceptance by Rosie Molinari, The Happiness Advantage by Sean Acker, and Big Magic by Elizabeth Gilbert. According to research from doctors, reading also can help you sleep better. When reading a good book, your mind is distracted from daily stresses and tension. Based on a survey, 70.3% of respondents think that by reading books can help them sleep better. Do you know reading can improve your writing skills? Well, a lot of studies have even suggested that writing skills improve reading as a whole rather than the separate learning of language and grammar. I would suggest you read everything that comes your way, like non-fiction book or fiction book, newspaper, magazine, and the label of bottles or boxes. Yes, everything. Why? Because reading exposes me to a different writing styles. Whoever you are, professional writer or you write only for work, your level of reading will determine your reading skills. Lastly, reading could also enhance your imagination. The reason why is by reading a good book allows one imagination to take flight and allows you to forget all your troubles. I usually read fiction book that somehow could transport me to a fantasy world that becomes reality in my mind's eye. Now, we have come to an end. In a nutshell, there are a lot of benefits that can be gained in developing a habit in reading. In an age overwhelmed with information, it is important to maximize the opportunity by reading, and that is how reading changed my life. Hoping that you can learn and implement reading habit in your life. Oh yeah, it's time for the quote of the day. And today's quote is, books are the plane and the train and the road. They are the destination and the journey. They are home by Anna Quinlan.